Like all of my videos, this video is not sponsored, and I bought the model so I can give you my honest opinion of the model. Normally, I'm eager to talk about a new Diecast Promotions truck. I love the detail that they put in their trucks, but this one just doesn't live up to the standards set by Fred Ertl III before First Gear bought the brand and rebranded it DCP by First Gear. It's the model of Don Wood's High Maintenance and number 12 in the Big Rig series. The real High Maintenance is a gorgeous truck, and I'll talk about it shortly. The other 11 models they've released in the Big Rig series have all been outstanding representatives of the real trucks. Models that live up to the slogan of the Big Rig series, real drivers, show trucks. To see the other releases, see my playlist and grab my free checklist of all the trucks in the series with the links below. This one won't go in my collection. It's not the truck cab, but the cheap, mostly plastic trailer they put behind it. In fact, the only reason I'm doing the review is because it's part of the series. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even bought one to review. When you look at the trailer, it even looks like cheap plastic. A cheap trailer you would expect from toy maker New Ray instead of the high-end replica maker. Come on, First Gear, you can do better. You can do way better. Oh wait, Diecast Promotions did better with their version of this trailer. But First Gear cheaped out and made this crappy trailer and charges more money for it than the fully functional Roll-Tarp trailer that Diecast Promotions originally tooled. It would have been better, First Gear, had you just not offered a Roll-Tarp trailer in your catalog rather than make this cheap plastic-looking trailer that does not live up to the standards and the high quality set by Diecast Promotions and even the earlier days of First Gear. I've even heard other collectors comment on their disappointment of other releases of this particular trailer. Basically, their comments were, First Gear can do better. Unlike the DCP by First Gear model, Don Wood built a truck to be proud of. The real High Maintenance is a 2003 Peterbilt 379 with a Cat C15 diesel engine mated to an 18-speed transmission. It rolls on a 304-inch wheelbase. When the tractor rolled out of the shop in 2021, it was pulling a brand new Mack flatbed with quick draw Conestoga setup. To prove it is a truck to be proud of, in its first appearance, the truck won the Prime Shine Trophy at the 2021 75 Chrome Shop Truck Show in Wildwood, Florida, and secured a spot in their 2022 calendar. Don Wood is a third-generation truck driver who started driving when he was 18. His dad, David, taught him how to drive at the early age of only 10 years old. With such an early start, all Don could think of doing was being a trucker. In 2001, Don started DSD Transport with one truck and trailer in Denmark, Wisconsin. DSD was the initials of the three founders, D for Don, S for Sherry, his mom, and D for David, his father. Don and his wife Crystal have grown DSD Transport to a company owning 15 trucks and having 19 owner-operators driving for them. DSD focuses on open deck loads serving the lower 48 states. DSD is easily recognized by their famous blue and yellow paint scheme that they put on all of their trucks. In 2010, Don bought the 2003 Peterbilt Sleeper and built it as a day cab. Then in 2020, with all that happened that year, he stripped it down and rebuilt it into the sleeper truck we see today. Then he named the truck High Maintenance. The truck got its name from Don, as he considers himself to be high maintenance. Don just wants the best of things and won't settle for just good enough. I'd say that makes him a perfectionist rather than high maintenance. Either way, all of that custom parts and effort that Don puts into keeping high maintenance looking good paid off. Since its first truck show win in Wildwood, Florida, High Maintenance has gone on to more shows and has taken home plenty of trophies. Don's crowning achievement in his first truck show season was a special invitation to the Denton Peterbilt invite-only show at the Truckers Jamboree in Walcott, Iowa. Now that we've seen the real truck to be proud of, let's take a look at the disappointing model that DCP by First Gear made. And here we go, folks. This is DCP by First Gear's Big Rig Series, release number 12. A Peterbilt 379 pulling a utility Roll-Tarp trailer. Not my favorite tooling at all because it looks like plastic. You can even see it here in the box. The box here is the standard DCP Big Rigs box. It's got some info about the truck there, the Big Rigs logo. It's got DSD Transport's logo right there on the end, number 12 plus the Big Rigs logo. Same on this end here. And then when we flip them around to the back, we got a couple pictures of the real truck and some information about Don Wood and DSD Transport plus the truck. It's nice that they give us info about the trucks because that's about the best thing in this one. And underneath, we have the item number of 69-1679, DSD Transport. Now we'll go on and open them up and be disappointed even more when we see that trailer outside the plastic. Now, like all the rest of them, they did include a certificate of authenticity, and this trailer is in the two-piece blister. And that's the problem if you cut the tape. They can do that. Unlike most of the other ones, this one lifts up straight up, whereas most of the others go flat. Interesting how they did that. Get the box out of there, and here we go. It has a certificate of authenticity signed by Don Wood, well, printed signature, and Adam Knight, saying that this one was one of 1,500 produced, and at the time of recording, this is still available on the website. So they didn't do so well, and I know it's because of this crappy trailer right here. In fact, I'm not even going to take this thing off of the thing because they have it tied down with, instead of wire ties, they got some nylon web tape, and it ain't, it's not even, this is a disaster all around. This trailer, plastic. This whole upper piece is a chunk of plastic. They didn't even mold the tarp very good, so it just looks like a molded piece of plastic. They painted it blue, then they painted green on top. The deck underneath, it has a nice die-cast deck. That is nice. And it has green frame rails, blue on the landing gear, and it has blue fenders over the spread axles, chrome 10-hole wheels with soft rubber tires on it. And then they painted the little mud flaps black. Okay, the deck is nice. The front of the trailer, it is chrome plated. See the mirror effect? That looks cool. No tampos of any kind for the warnings or instructions on there. Does have the DOT striping and the marker lights down the side. That's pretty nice. The back, it's molded better than the sides, but who really sees the sides, the back more than the sides? You normally see the sides, and they didn't mold that tarp very good, but this is a little bit better. It has high maintenance there and a whole bunch of lights across where the brake lights and marker lights would be. Then it's got a little bumper down here with the DOT striping, but it doesn't have the arm sticking out, so I'm not even sure that's a legal bumper, but that's what they put on it. Passenger side of this trailer, same thing. Just poor molding on the design to look like a tarp, and it kind of feels like rubbery. Ugh. They could have put a real tarp over this, made some frame, and made it not work as a good compromise from what they did. The actual working one that they discontinued because it was a pinching hazard. No, it was costing them too much. That's why they discontinued it. This one here, but they could have at least, you know, just made a fixed frame and put canvas over it. That would have been so much better than this, but whatever. Now I will get the tractor out because it's not tied down, but it is a little bit harder to get out of there. And they did a better job on the truck. However, I've seen pictures of his fleet, and this is too green. It should be more yellow than green. Don't know what they were doing, what they were matching that paint job on. DSD down here on the battery box. 36-inch sleeper, where he's got the 40-inch sleeper or 48-inch sleeper, but they don't have a 48-inch sleeper, so this is probably as close, the best compromise they can come up with. Stacks match the real one with the chrome tips flattened out straight. It's got the Peterbilt logo. The striping matches his, just not quite the right color. The blue, though, it's a good match for his blue. It's a nice looking blue. It's got a dark gray interior inside. Seats, dashboard, steering wheel, what you need. Multiple lights up on the roof. Chrome visor, which isn't a huge visor, but he doesn't have a huge visor. Chrome mirrors, chrome breathers, the air intakes there. Single round headlights on the front, hanging off, which look cool. It's got the Peterbilt grill, and it's got a big Texas drop bumper that is chrome plated. Keep going on around. We have DSD here, his DOT number up there. Nice painted fuel tanks with chrome bands. Again, the chrome tin holes with the soft rubber tires, and then the double hump fiberglass show fenders. He runs a solid deck plate and a solid deck plate there, and has airlines, electric lines hook up underneath on the real truck, so they don't see a pogo stick here. He has a nice looking fifth wheel that's frame matched. It matches all this, even though it's not quite the right color yellow. Under the hood, you can see the yellow frame and the blue painted motor. He painted his motor blue, so they matched it. That's a nice feature. To the back, we have a whole lot of brake lights in orange this time instead of in red. However, they are tricolor, you know, lighting so that they can change to be street legal or showy. Depends on what he wants. Not really a fan of that bumper, but it's become popular on trucks. And right here, it has some text that says, "Don't be bragging if it ain't dragging," just like his truck, because he believes they should be working trucks, not just pavement, parking lot princesses. Underneath, you can see the yellow frame, which is still a little too green, rear differentials, brake canisters, drive shaft, chrome exhaust, bottom of the engine blue, and then the gray transmission. You can also see those battery steps are nice and blue. This one is just not my truck. I'm not a big fan of it. As you heard already, I'm still not a fan, and I'm putting it back in the box, and I would not even have done this review had it not been part of the Big Rig series, because this trailer I hate. It is just not a good trailer. It's not the standard, it's not the quality, it's nothing that we expect from DCP and First Gear. So this trailer is not, and that's guarantee that has a lot to do with why this truck didn't sell, because the paint scheme looks cool, even though the yellow is a little too green for his fleet. It still looks cool. The striping is cool. The truck would have been cool if they'd done the real original utility Roll-Tarp that they had instead of this piece of junk. And that, my friends, is DCP by First Gear's Big Rig Series number 12. One I really can't recommend for your collection. It's a Peterbilt 379 with utility Roll-Tarp trailer, and that is just a junk trailer. That's my straight opinion on this set. So order at your own risk, but I don't recommend this one. Guys, as of the time of recording this video, this truck is still available from First Gear. The only other Big Rig Series truck that is still available is Release 14, Hassman Motorsports. which is still in pre-order. And it won't be out until sometime later this spring. All of the other Big Rig series have sold very quickly, with most of them being sold out before production. So, collectors must have the same opinion of this run. It's such a shame that First Gear cares more about the bottom line than the quality of the products they produce, and the decision to discontinue the original fully functional Roll-Tarp Conestoga trailer tooling for this one is just proof of it. What do you think of this one? I really want to know, so drop your thoughts in the comments, and hopefully First Gear will see them and our disappointment in this trailer tooling. Thanks for watching and letting First Gear know what you think of this trailer. Go on and share this video with your friends to warn them about this release. Also, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you don't miss the next Big Rigs series release video on Truckin' for Tacos that I hope will live up to the standards set by all the other trucks in the Big Rigs series.